Throughout the centuries, our understanding of history has been shaped by narratives passed down through generations. However, some of these narratives are riddled with misconceptions, misunderstandings that have not only distorted our perception of the past, but have also influenced societal beliefs and behaviors. Today, we unravel a few of these significant historical misconceptions and the impact they continue to have on our world. Let us begin with the Dark Ages, a term commonly used to describe the period in Europe following the fall of the Roman Empire, shrouded in reputed ignorance and stagnation. Contrary to this popular belief, the so-called Dark Ages were far from devoid of progress. This era saw a multitude of advancements: the rise of monasteries that preserve knowledge, the refinement of agricultural techniques, and even the birth of universities. The perception of this period as dark primarily stems from the Renaissance thinkers who wish to emphasize their era's cultural rebirth. This misconception has long underplayed the medieval period's contributions to societal development. Now, let us turn to one of the most iconic figures in scientific history, Galileo Galilei. Often hailed as the scientific martyr who challenged the Church's geocentric view, Galileo did indeed face the Inquisition. However, the narrative that his discoveries were universally condemned by religious authorities isn't entirely accurate. The reality was a complex mix of scientific intrigue, political motivations, and personality clashes. Many in the Church were actually supportive of his findings, and within the scientific community itself, there was significant debate. This oversimplified tale of conflict between science and religion has misled generations into thinking that the relationship between the two has always been adversarial. Next, consider the story of Christopher Columbus. For centuries, school children learned of Columbus as the brave explorer who discovered America, and more famously, that he alone believed the Earth was round, while others thought it was flat. In truth, educated Europeans had recognized the Earth was spherical since ancient times. The misconception of a flat Earth was propagated during the 19th century as a means to portray Columbus as a visionary against a backdrop of ignorance. This narrative has overshadowed other explorers' contributions and has, more importantly, diverted attention from the devastating impact Columbus's voyages had on indigenous populations. Finally, the misconceptions surrounding Marie Antoinette's infamous phrase, "Let them eat cake," provide another compelling case of historical distortion. This statement, frequently attributed to her as an example of the disconnect between the French monarchy and the starving populace, appears to be apocryphal. There is no substantial evidence that Antoinette uttered these words, and it is believed to have been fabricated by revolutionary propagandists to fuel public resentment against her. This narrative has shaped her legacy as a symbol of opulence and disregard, overshadowing the more nuanced reality of her life and role. As we reflect upon these misconceptions, it becomes clear that history is not a static account, but a tapestry woven with narratives, sometimes altered and skewed by time. It is crucial for us to approach historical narratives with a critical eye, understanding that these tales not only teach us about the past, but also influence our present and future perceptions. In doing so, we can better appreciate the complexities of the past and learn from it in more informed ways.